So you want to get into real estate, but you don't know anything about construction or fixing stuff or electrical or plumbing or any of that. So this Mistake Monday, we're going to figure out, how do you find out what that stuff costs and make sure that you don't fall into the rabbit hole of overspending on these different aspects of housing. My name is Matt Coach. I made this YouTube channel to share the tips, tricks, and mistakes on my way to building a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio. And today I'm just here this Mistake Monday to make sure you guys do not accept the very first bid you get on a house. Make sure you get multiple bids, all right? At least 3 bids. If you're brand new to this, get 5 bids, okay? Get 5 bids and disregard the lowest and the highest bid, right? Analyze all 5. Maybe, each bid might have something different. Maybe you find that one of them is charging you a lot less for electrical, one a lot less for plumbing, one can do the roof cheaper. All things along those lines, you need to go through each individual bid. Make sure you get them itemized so they tell you, hey, the roof's going to be this much, the electric can be this much, all those things, right, when you first start. But don't take the first person's word for it. What you're going to get a lot in this game is you're going to get somebody and they're going to be like, hey, this is going to cost you, $15,000 to it. And you'll be like, hey, as you keep doing this, you'll be like, I got it done for $5,000 for our last house. And they'll be like, impossible, can't be done. So the reality is like, even when you've done things, people are going to tell you it can't be done for that. Or they're going to tell you whatever you got for it was bunk work, it's not up to their standards, whatever you go about doing. So the reality is that you're not really going to know, right? If you aren't somebody who is in construction, maybe that is your situation and you do know how to fix things and you can judge all those qualities of work and things like that. You're not going to really know. So what you need to do is get a large enough sample size to try and make an actual, educated guesstimate. And as you keep going about this, you're going to get better and better at understand the cost of each of these individual aspects of building a house and, kind of roughly the spot that they're going to need to be in when you go and try out a new contractor for one of these projects. But that is very, very important that when you start, regardless, when you're trying out new people, you always get at least 3 bids. And if you're brand new to this, the newer you are, the more bids, the better in general. But I would recommend on your first house that you're getting 5 bids and you're trying to really understand as much as possible because you get a lot of information from each one of these contractors. And if you get to walk a house with them, they also can give you an idea that maybe even if they aren't the contractor you go with, they can tell you something like, hey, we can, move maybe like for one of our houses, so like we can move the HVAC into the attic and then, make this spot into, an extra bedroom, use that HVAC, move that spot up there, maybe finish the basement or something like that. There's just a lot of ideas that come through. And it's very important that when you're first starting, you get as many different ideas as possible coming your way. Know that it's going to be a little bit overwhelming, but that the most important thing is that you get all of these itemized bids and you get to see the general costs of all these different aspects of the house so that as you keep going what is a reasonable bid and what isn't a reasonable bid. And you'll only continue to get better as this goes on. So do not accept one person's word for it. Maybe that's more of a general life rule than just in real estate. But for the real estate world, make sure you get multiple bids. All right. Thanks for watching. See y'all